Bread Brains, and welcome back to episode 2 of the Dyna build series. Today is a very exciting episode, but before we get to that, I want to thank our 2 partners for this video. So partner number 1 is Get Lowered Cycles, just like episode 1, your one-stop shop for everything Harley and Harley related. Please guys, go over and check out their Instagram and their website. I'll put the, of course, link down in the description, Instagram username right here. Go tell them that Bike and Bird sent you. The more that you help them out, the more they can help me out. So it really does help out the channel. And partner number 2 for this episode is Lucky Dave's. You guys have probably heard of Lucky Dave's if you're in the Harley scene at all. They're known for their handlebars and their seats. They were nice enough to send me out a pair of 14-inch San Diego bars, which is exactly what I wanted, and that's going to be the main thing that we're doing on the build today. On top of the handlebars, everything is pretty much going to be centered in or around the handlebar area. We are also swapping out the mirrors for flat black mirrors, or we might go gloss black. I'll tell you why that's a thing here later. I'm actually not going to forget to vinyl wrap the gas cap and the gas gauge this time. And then of course the 2 products supplied to me by Get Lowered is the G2 quick turn, quarter turn, whatever you want to call it, throttle tube, as well as new Biltwell, I believe they're the Kung Fu grips. I'm trying all of Biltwell's grips. Like this is literally number 3 or 4 that I'm trying, so I'll find one that I love eventually. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be the list of things we got to do today. It's a little bit of a shorter list, but the things that we're doing are bigger and going to take more time. Also, I do want to go ahead and apologize. We are currently experiencing Hurricane Harvey right now, so this is definitely the first build series episode on my channel where we're recording during a hurricane, but this might be the first one ever. But hey guys, I'm excited about today's episode, so let me shut my mouth and let's get to work. Alright, so quick update here. We were able to get the bars off. That was a lot harder. Well, the part that I thought was going to be hard was disconnecting the wires. That was actually a lot easier than I expected. The part that I thought was going to be easy, which was actually getting the bars off, was actually a lot harder than I thought. But we've got them off. Everything's kind of just in pieces right now. Now I'm going to be working on removing the risers because the San Diego bars are T-bars, so they don't have risers. They bolt directly onto the triple tree here. So these will come off and then we'll bolt directly into these holes after we replace the bushings, because I did get polyurethane bushings from Lucky Dave's as well. So let's work on that. These clouds are booking it. Coming to you with another update. Sorry, my brain is so focused on not screwing this up because it has to deal with controls. This is serious business. I was able to get the new bushings in. Those were no issue. And my light is smoking because I touched it with a glove earlier. Be surprised if that bulb doesn't break. And then I got the quick turn throttle put in. I lost the little brass nuts like twice, and I was pain in the ass. So now I'm going to actually try to start getting the San Diego bars wired up and installed, and this should be a pain in the ass. All right, let's go. Alright, coming to you with another update because camera died or card got full or something, and I don't know how much the camera got, but here's where we're sitting now. Got the actual bars kind of sitting on there. They're just kind of finger tight right now. I was able to get these this wire in there because this came completely off of the other bar. The other side, I'm not so lucky because you can't separate the throttle. Can't separate the throttle from the wire, so I'm going to have to run these wires through the bar, down and out that hole with it on the bike, which is going to be pretty dang hard. But I really don't have any other options, so yeah. So I'm just gonna keep working. It's 83 in the garage. Not too hot, but with the studio lights and no breeze, I'm of course sweating up a storm, but not as bad as last episode, for sure. Let me get back to work. Alright, that was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I just lucked out and got the wire pulled through here with the clip facing out like the first try. So got super lucky on that. Now I still got to get the controls on. All the wiring is already cleaned up. You just have to put this grommet back on and then connect the wires. I just got to put that plastic plate down there back into place up here, and that will all be tucked away. After that, I'm going to torque down the T-bars here and here, and then that should be it for the handlebars, and from there I'll move on to the gas cap and everything else I got to do today. When I did a test fit on these bars, I was afraid they were going to be a little bit too short, but now that I'm actually seeing them on the bike, I think they're going to be all right. I think that extra little half inch or so that the bushings gave me will be just right. But we won't be able to see until I actually get it down off the lift and go ride it, which, thanks to this hurricane, probably won't be for at least another 4 or 5 days. So, but let's get back to work. Okay, so another update here. We went ahead and got the controls on to the bike. The signals are still hanging down because we're going to install new mirrors. So here are the new mirrors that I received. They are a very gorgeous flat black. This is just stuff from the plastic, but they are really nice. Now I was looking at them and I realized that aside from, like, I guess the wrinkle black on the motor, there's really no flat black on my bike. But on the Sportster, we've got flat black on the tank here, so I kind of just put it up next to each other and it looks really good. And the mirrors on the Iron are gloss black, or a gloss-ish black. And I'm like 99% sure that they are the same mirror. So what I'm going to do is take a mirror off of the Sportster and see if it'll fit onto the Dyna. If it does, I'm going to go ahead and use the mirrors off of the Sportster, put them on the Dyna, and put the new flat black ones onto the Sportster. So we have an issue. I put the new flat black one on the Sportster, and as I started to crank down on it, the threads just kind of disappeared. Hold on. Yeah, they just kind of just went away. So I guess that's one thing you get for buying cheap Chinese knockoffs. But I got one on there. I might just run one for a while until I get another one, but the other ones came off just fine. So we should still be able to get those up onto the Dyna. All right, so we got the controls all mounted up. Nothing is straight or even or anything like that. I'm gonna wait until the bike is off the lift and I'm sitting on it and I can get everything right the first time, as opposed to trying to get it all set up now and then having to just touch everything again once it's off the lift. Next thing I'm gonna tackle is getting the tank back to where it needs to be. I lifted it up to get to the wires for the controls. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and start tackling vinyl wrapping the gas cap and gas gauge. Also, a little spur of the moment thing that I had is I'm going to go ahead and debadge the tank. I'm going to keep the badges just in case I decide to go back to that, but I'm going to take them off now before the bike gets too old, because it's a lot easier to take them off now and get the paint looking like nothing was ever there with new paint, as opposed to paint that's aged even a little bit. So I'm also going to do that. I'll probably do that before I start working on the vinyl wrap. so it feels like it's been a while since I did a check-in, so let me go ahead and run through what I've gotten done so far. Alright, so I went ahead and got the badges taken off. That looks nice. I was able to clean everything up. I know it's kind of hard to see on camera, plus it's kind of dirty right now. But both sides came out very nice, very clean. No issues whatsoever there. From there, I moved on to blacking out both the gas cap and the gas gauge. Both of those turned out exactly how I was expecting them to, which is about a 30-30. Actually, probably a little bit better than the 30-30. You really have to get up close before you can really see any sort of mess ups or anything. But from camera angle, it's gonna look just fine. Now the thing that stands out is this big giant chrome bezel. I went ahead and blacked this out as well, just threw a piece of vinyl and trimmed it to size. But definitely have to find a black alternative for this, and then probably blackout screws here as well. One thing I am going to do is I also cut black circles for these right here. I actually did that last time, but I forgot. Oh, I did do this off camera without talking about it. I decided I'm going to try a flat black tank graphic. Something sort of kind of like that. Just something super simple and bold, just to kind of break up this big black tank. I find it funny how in the beginning of the episode I was like, I don't have anything flat black on my bike, and I put a bunch of flat black, or I'm putting flat black on my bike. If I like it, I'll keep it. If not, I'll take it off. That's the beauty of vinyl decals. So I'm going to do that. And then pretty much everything else besides the grip is just buttoning up what we had to take apart to get the bars done. I'm going to wait until I get the bike off of the lift to do the grips, because I don't like doing grips with the bike on the lift because you really have to push and pull and everything. And that can get kind of sketchy. So I'm going to put these tank graphics on, get the bike off the lift, get the grips on, and we'll be done for the day. So there you have it, guys. Build Series Episode 2 is a wrap. I have to say I'm extremely happy with how these turned out. I was really afraid that they were going to have too much pullback to them since I had no adjustment with the risers. But I have to say they turned out absolutely amazing. Having to wait 4 or 5 days to go ahead and get this bike on the road is going to be absolutely torture. I'll be doing a full review of these bars once I get a couple hundred miles on them. For now, I'm just gonna maybe do like a first impressions type video. But I can tell you right now, I like the way they sit on the bike. So that's the first step. Once again, I have to give a shout out to the partners for this video, Get Lowered Cycles. Thanks again, guys, for sending out the grips and the quick turn throttle. That quick turn throttle is pretty badass. It's 0, full throttle. I can't wait to get that thing on the street. The grips feel pretty nice. I did notice a little bit of difference between the right and the left, but that might go away once they break in. And once again, huge shout out to Lucky Days for sending these bars out. I can't wait to get a couple 100 miles on them and give you guys an excellent review. I announced this on Instagram a couple days, but I'll go ahead and announce it here as well. We already do have a partner secured for episode 3. So episode 3 is definitely a go. It will happen probably within a couple weeks of this episode coming out. Pretty big company, pretty well-known company in the Harley industry, so I'm super excited to get this opportunity to actually look at this product and try this product out, because I do have other products that I can compare it to show is it worth spending the couple $100 versus the cheapo Amazon. So I'm super happy to get my hands on that. But guys, that's all I have for today. Tell me how you feel about this Dyna build series so far. Like I said, I know it's going a little bit different than the Sportster was, but I'm trying to keep them pumped out. I'm trying to keep them interesting. Trying to keep the series have that build series type feel to it. So let me know how I'm doing down there in the comments. Other than that, I've got nothing else for today. I am beat, I am sweaty. It is so humid here thanks to Hurricane Harvey. But if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and punch that subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.